Today I want to show you how to find a text within a larger piece of text in Excel. So you can see over here you have various schools. You have elementary schools, you have middle schools, you have high schools, you even have a community college, which for this exercise, let's say it shouldn't be there. So we're going to look at that. But say, how would you find the words elementary school within this text? Because it's a full school name. It's Cedar Hill Elementary School, Lewis and Clark Middle School, Jefferson City High School. So if you look just for the word high school here, it's not going to find it because the words Jefferson City in front of it will mess Excel up. So how do you find a piece of text? How do you match a piece of text within a larger value in Excel? We're going to cover that today. We're also going to cover if you just want to find an exact match. That's a little bit easier, but we'll cover that real quick as well. So let's first start with the exact match. It's a pretty straightforward process. So let's say we just want to see if this cell, if this equals elementary school or not. We're just going to say yes or no. So we're going to equal the ifs. We're going to do equal sign first. Then type in if, I is in India, F is in Foxtrot, and then open parentheses, which is the shift and the 9. And it says logical test. Or what are we testing? We're trying to see if this cell, so click on this cell, then type in the equal sign, and then do quotations. We're trying to see if this equals elementary school. So type in elementary school, and then do the quotations again, and then do the comma. Well, what's the value if true? We're going to say if it's elementary school, we'll just say yes, and if it's not, say no. So because we're using words, use quotations. If it's numbers, you don't need quotations. So quotation, yes, and then comma, and then if it's not true, we're going to say no. So quotations, no, quotations. And then we're going to close this out with a closed parentheses, and then we're going to hit enter. Yes, this is an elementary school, which makes sense because the cell says elementary school. And we're just going to drag this down, and we're going to see if it returns no for these next two. And it does. No, this is not an elementary school. It's a middle school. No, this is not elementary school. This is a high school. Well, let's say now we wanted to look at whether it says it's an elementary school or a middle school or a high school. This is a nested if statement. So still a similar process. It's just a little bit longer equation. So do the equal sign again. And then do the if again. I is in India, F is in Foxtrot, and then open parentheses again, shift 9. And then once again, we're going to click on this cell we're looking at. Then we're going to do the equal sign. And we're going to do the quotations. And then we're going to type in elementary school again. Just following the exact same process as before. And then quotations again. And then a comma. And then quotations. And then here we're just going to say elementary because we're trying to figure out if it's an elementary school or not. And then quotations again, and then comma. But we're going to keep it going. We're going to do a nested if. So we're going to type another if statement. If we wanted to just end it like before, you can type in a value of false, and then close parentheses, and then hit enter. We're going to do a nested if. So we're going to say if again, and then we're going to do, click the cell again, and do the equal sign. Then we're going to type quotations, then we're going to do middle school. Then do a comma, and then value, if true, just say middle for middle school. And then we're going to do the if statement one more time. We're going to click on this cell again, equals, and then quotations. We're going to say high school, quotations, comma, if it's true, quotations, high for high school, and then if not, we'll just do a double quotations, which returns a blank. And then, because we have 3 if statements, we have to do 3 closed parentheses. So hold down the shift and 0, and do 1, 2, 3 close parentheses, and hit enter. Okay, so now the first one it's saying is elementary school. That's correct. And now we're just going to see if the other 2 pop up. Let's see, middle school popped up as middle school, high school popped up as high school. Cool. That worked out, but it was an exact text match, which is fine. But let's say now we're going to go to a little bit more complicated scenario. We want to find the partial text. So we're going to start it as before. We're going to just first do a piece of the text. We're going to do one if statement, and then we're going to do the nested if statement. So the first if statement, we're just going to do equals if, I is in India, F is in Foxtrot, open parentheses. And here this gets kind of weird because this is not intuitive at all. So we're going to type in the word is number, I is in India, S is in Sierra, N is in November, U is in uniform, M is in Mike, B is in Bravo, E is in Echo, R is in Romeo. Another open parentheses, and then the word search, S is in Sierra, E is in Echo, A is in Alpha, R is in Romeo, C is in Charlie, H is in Hotel. And then another open parentheses. So we have equals if, open parentheses, is number, open parentheses, search, open parentheses. Okay? So now we're going to look for the actual text we're looking for. We're looking for the text elementary school. So type in the quotations, which is the shift in quotations. Then type in elementary school. And then do the shift in quotations again. And then we're going to do a comma. And now it's going to say, well, where are you trying to find this text? Within text. So now we're going to click on this cell that we're looking at. And then we're going to hold down the shift and do two closed parentheses, which is the shift 0. So like so. And now do the comma. And it's saying, well, what is the value if true? We're just going to do a yes or no at this point, if it's elementary school or not. So if it's elementary school, do a yes. So do quotations, yes, quotations, and then do a comma. And then if it's not, we're going to say no. So say quotations, no, quotations again, and then close parentheses. And that empties out the formula. So you can kind of see it right here. Equals if, open parentheses, is number, search, open parentheses, quotations, elementary school, quotations, comma, click the cell, double close parentheses, comma, we had the word yes in quotations, comma, had the word no in quotations, and then close parentheses. And now we're just going to copy this down. So we're going to put a cursor over this bottom right corner of the cell so it turns into a plus sign, and we're going to double click. So you can see it's either yes or no for elementary school. Okay, and this all appears to match up. Now let's look at if we actually wanted it to return more than just that one value. We either want it to say elementary school, middle school, or high school. And if it's none of those three, say not applicable in the case of this community college. So we're going to start it the same way. We're going to do equals, do the if, open parentheses, is number, open parentheses, search, open parentheses, type in the quotations, then the word elementary school, quotations again, and then comma, and then we're going to click this cell again, which is the C6 cell here, and then two close parentheses, and then the comma, and then the value of true, we'll just say elementary school, quotations, comma. Okay, and now we're just going to repeat this step. And we're just going to change up the. So actually what we can do if you want to save a little time, you want to type so much, actually you can just copy this whole first chunk right before the equal sign. Just Ctrl C, and click here and do Ctrl V. And that saves you from having to retype a whole bunch. And then just change the word elementary to middle. And the word elementary here to middle. And then we're going to paste it one more time. And change the word once again, elementary to high for high school. And then change elementary to high for high school again. Cool. Now value if false. So we basically just, all we did was we did that process once and then copy and pasted it 2 more times and then just change the words around. And then now we're going to do the value of false. Let's just say not applicable if it's false. So we're going to do the quotations in/a quotations. And now we have 3 if statements. We have to close out with 3 parentheses, 3 close parentheses. So the shift 0 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And enter. Cool. So now it returned the value of elementary school. And we're going to click on that cell. We're going to put our cursor in the bottom right hand corner, which turns into a plus sign. And then we're going to double click on it. And you can see it did exactly what we wanted it to. Jefferson City High School says high school. Thomas Jefferson Middle School says middle school. South Elementary School says elementary school. Northeast Texas Community College says not applicable. So this is the way you can find the text within the text that you're looking for in Excel. Please comment below. If you like my channel, please subscribe to it and like it, and I'll be uploading several more videos like this. Thank you.